Hello, James Reed, and it's nice to talk to you. I'm here making this video to talk about Japanese idols, something that I've been a big fan of for over 7 years now, uh, at least since April or May 2009. Before that, I was a big fan of Japanese pop music, thanks to liking a lot of songs that were uh, in the credits of various anime series that I was watching. And anyway, I wanted to discuss a couple of things that's kind of been on my mind, and I hope you all stick with me and listen to all of this. I've been reading a lot of articles on the internet, and right now I don't have the internet on my desktop. I only have it on a phone, and I'm using my handheld phone, mobile phone to read stuff, and that's kind of difficult to keep doing that after a while. But I love reading, and because of some negative experiences I've had and things that I've seen and read on the internet, I'm kind of a bit down on idols right now. I'm not really happy with the whole Japanese idol scene. Uh, this has been going on with me for a couple of years, believe it or not. I think the key trigger event to my taking a disinterest in idols was of course, uh, what Yuka Kono, or Kono Yuka, formerly of Party Rockets and Aether, said about the way she was treated by the management of Aether, and how she quit the group because of what she viewed as unfair treatment by them. And I still don't know all the details about what went on, what happened. I wish I did, but of course, Aether broke up, and then they reformed with a new lineup, a duo, and then that duo broke up when one of the members left. I don't know why she left, but it's been reformed again in 2016 with four girls, despite the fact that they're still using the Aether 5 name as part of the official blog and all that. And of course, Yuka and Sujimura Ari, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, I'm terrible with pronouncing Japanese names, and Misaki and Sakura and Megumi, who were former members of the original lineup. Uh, the, all of their blog posts have been deleted. Blog and Twitter photos are gone, unless of course you were smart enough to save them. And I saved quite a bit of them, but I know I don't have everything. Uh, but apparently this is just the icing on the cake. There's been lots of bad stuff going on in the whole Japanese idol scene for years and years, uh, including to involving groups that even I don't follow. I used to follow something like 50 groups, believe it or not, and now I'm down to like a handful of groups that I'm really interested in, and that's because a lot of my favorite groups have recently broken up. Nana broke up, and uh, some of the smaller groups that I used to follow, they broke up, and favorite members have left the groups. Wada Yuka and Nishikawa Reika of Parlish left, and they got some new girls, and that's fine. But I was mostly in the Parlish because of Yuka and Reika, and now that they're gone, they both left at different times during March of 2016. Uh, my interest in Parlish has kind of gone downhill, although I still do like the group. Uh, but recently, another member of Parlish who joined in 2015, a girl named Nakamura Rion, sorry, I'm I'm just bad at names. She left, and that disappoints me because she was one of my favorites too. Uh, And let's see, Natsu, Prison Mates, and Prison Box, along with Canon, the smallest girl in the group. They both left. Natsu was my favorite singer in Prison Mates and Prison Box. Yes, my favorite, as far as her vocals are concerned, I liked her better than all the other Prison Mates members and all the other Prisme members who are in Prison Box. Uh, Still a big fan of Karen and Hina of Prisme. Those two girls are my favorite singers in that group. Thankfully, the girl who I thought was the prettiest girl in Prison Mates, Yuka, is still in the group, and she's now the leader of Prison Mates, which makes me happy because I like the fact that my favorite member of Prison Mates is now the leader. But as I said, Prison Mates is less two girls now, and Natsu was my favorite. Canon was okay. She wasn't my personal favorite. I know she's a favorite of other people, but she wasn't a personal favorite of mine. Uh, when the best singer of a group leaves, that kind of makes my interest in the group go down a little bit. And that Yuka and Reika were the best singers of Parlish, and Natsu was the best singer of Prison Mates, and now they're gone. And as far as Nana was concerned, they were an S Academy group, the sister group of Carmel Ribbon. They were one of my all-time favorite indie groups, and they always had lineup changes, but they had a pretty solid lineup for a while with Mizuki and Sayane, or Sanya, I guess, Karen and Toko. Those four girls were the lineup for a while, and then in July of 2015, Karen left, and it was a trio for the remainder of the Nana's career. I have always wanted to get Nana's singles, but they were venue only, and there was at least 3 that I know of, and I have never had the opportunity to purchase any. I would have sent some money to a friend in Japan to purchase them for me, but I didn't know anybody who went to the Kansai region of Osaka to purchase their CDs, and I don't know anybody who would travel to that region to see Carmel Ribbon and pick up some Carmel Ribbon merchandise for me. I've been wanting a Carmel Ribbon t-shirt for the longest time. They are still one of my absolute favorite groups. Their last single, which was released in December 2015, was called Triple Candy. And that song and the B-side, Sugar White, are just 2 amazing songs. They were 2 of my favorite songs of 2015. In a few days, today is August 7th, and in 4 more days, the group that I now consider my personal favorite, Candy Kiss, is breaking up. And this is gonna really upset me as soon as this happens. And this, like I said, this is gonna happen in 4 days, and I'm already ready to cry. I just love these girls so much. They're the girls are terrific singers. Their songs are wonderful. I've always thought this. And I have everything by Candy Kiss, with the exception of 2 3-track remix CDs that were part of. They were what you got when you paid a ticket to see some of their recent concerts. They were given out to fans who went to see them perform in June. And their final release is going to be a 9-track remix of all 9 songs on the Parfait album, which was released last summer. And I think one of my Japanese friends, Chibi Neko, is going to get this for me, because I asked him to. I sent him some money through PayPal, and I'm crossing my fingers that he does get this for me, because it's going to be only way for me to get this. Candy Kiss means a lot to me. Their album Parfait, released in July of 2015, is my second all-time favorite Idol album, right after Sakura ga Queen 2010 Message, which was by Sakura ga Queen, of course. And I don't say, I don't just give out praise to everything I listen to, because believe me, not every Idol song I hear is great. Not every Idol group I come across is great. Some of these groups are just kind of average. I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm just saying they're kind of average. A lot of Idol music is average. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not the worst music I've ever heard, but it's not all that fantastic either. It's kind of average. And I honestly think Sakura ga Queen 2010 and Parfait by Candy Kiss are the two best Idol albums I've ever heard. That's just my 2 cents, my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. No one has to agree with anything or like anything I'm saying. But this is my personal opinion, my personal views on this, and I just wanted to say all of that. Now, I've come across a lot of stuff on the internet in which it seems that people have been copying and pasting what I've written about idols, not just Sakura ga Queen, but Pink Babies was information from my blog was copied and pasted by somebody who writes for Tokyo Girls Update, a website that's more popular than my blog or my website Sensational Idols. And I have no idea why they're doing this, but there's a lot of fan bloggers that have been copying me for years and years. I mean, this has been going on for 5, 6 years at least. I don't know. As long as I've had a blog or written about idols in a forum, a lot of the stuff I've been writing about has been copied and pasted by somebody somewhere in the world. It's not just English-speaking people. It's a lot of the people who are copying and pasting me are living in foreign countries, and English is not their native language. And it's possible they're copying me because they can't write a decent sentence in English to save their lives, and that might sound mean, but it's true. When I do eventually on occasion get into contact with the people who are copying and pasting my words on their websites and blogs and Facebook groups and Facebook pages, if and when I do contact them, it turns out to be usually a teenage girl or a girl in her 20s who doesn't speak English very well. She sends me personal messages. I wrote that, not you. And I say, no, you copied this from my blog. Here's the link to my blog to prove that I wrote this. You copied me. And they keep denying that they copied me at all. And maybe after some back and forth, they finally say, okay, you're right. I copied. I'm sorry. And I asked them if they would delete it or change it or rewrite it in their own words, and of course they don't. And I don't expect that to happen with the writer at Tokyo Girls Update who copied me. She's not gonna, or he, whoever it is not going to uh, change anything. After all, they like the way I write, apparently. And I'm guessing that's why they copy me, because they can't write very well in English and their native language is not English, so they copy somebody who can write pretty well in English. And I know this all sounds like I've got a big ego, but all these people who are plagiarizing me, and they are plagiarizing me, the people who are doing this are the ones that are giving me a big ego. They're the ones who are making me feel like I'm important because I see all this information about a variety of idols, Prismy, Sakura ga Queen, and Pink Babies, or whatever else that, all these other groups that I like. I'm seeing a lot of information I wrote about them spread all over the internet, and apparently I am the official source of information in the English language for these Japanese idol groups and all the others I mentioned, Caramel Ribbon, Nana, and Party Rockets, and everybody else that I was the first person to write about in English. Apparently, I'm the official source of information. Therefore, that makes me the most important blogger who's writing about these groups are the only, I don't know. I I know this sounds ridiculous and it sounds like a rant, and it is a rant, but it seems so stupid that these people are copying me and they're not giving me any credit. And I think that's what really bugs me here is they're not crediting me. They're not linking my blog. They're not linking my website. They're not even mentioning my name, James Reed. They're not mentioning any of my usernames that I've used in the past or on forums like I Heart Miyoshi Ayaka, Idol Trailblazer, and so on. They're not even mentioning my usernames. They're just taking credit for what I wrote, trying to tell me and everybody else, I wrote that, not you. And then when I call them out, and people know I'm calling them out, they say, well, you're being a little bit hard on her, aren't you? I'm being hard on somebody who plagiarized me? Excuse me? I guess plagiarism is common in Japan and Singapore and the Philippines and all these other countries that are people in these countries and other countries, the Middle East and who knows where else. I guess plagiarism is okay and common and average and everyday sort of thing. Well, I don't think so, but apparently these people think it's okay to plagiarize someone on the internet, and I guess that's something that really bugs me. But I guess nothing I'm going to say in this video is going to matter because I don't know if too many people are actually going to watch this video. Already I've been talking for almost 17 minutes, and I'm sorry that if I'm going on and on about stuff that doesn't matter to you. But it matters to me, obviously, because I'm talking and making this video. And another thing that bothers me is there's been a lot of garbage going on in the idol scene. I don't like how some of these management companies are treating some of these girls, and it's not just Yuka Kono of Aether. It's, like I said, idols and groups I don't even follow, like AKB48. Apparently, the punishment for getting caught dating a boy is shaving the idol's head and making them cry in a tearful YouTube apology, or like somebody in was it Ioma's high school or something? I don't even know if I got the name right. Apparently, getting caught dating a boy means you have to pay the management or pay the company and apologize to the fans for breaking their hearts or some garbage like that. And I think some of these punishments are uncalled for, and the managements are misguided and just plain disrespectful to the girls. These girls are human beings, and they're being punished for having feelings for a member of the opposite sex or even a member of the same sex. It doesn't matter. They're freaking human beings, and they're being punished for having, feelings of, of love for someone else, and that's a bunch of crap. I mean, really, punishing somebody for being in love? What is wrong with people? I really don't get it. Why do you have to be punished severely for something like that? It's just stupid to me. And well, I think that anybody who supports the management of these companies that are punishing these girls are misguided, just as misguided as the management. I don't understand why this sort of thing has to happen, or why fans are not angry about this or angry about the way these girls are treated. I'm pretty damn angry about it, and I don't want to cuss and scream on a video, but I'm about ready to, because I just don't get what people are thinking. I don't understand why they tolerate these uncalled for and horrible punishments that they're dishing out to these girls for doing something like this. And Why these girls don't just quit the group and say, you know, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to live my life the way I want to. I'm going to date this guy and find a new job doing something else other than working for you. I mean, that's what they really should be doing. They should say, hey, I'm not taking any crap from you. You're not going to shave my head and make me cry in a YouTube video. I'm going to leave and tell you to go stuff it. I'm going to go find a new job, and I can find a new job because I'm a member of a popular idol group, and I don't think anybody's going to push me away if they you know, I think that I can bring something to this company because they're not going to tell, you know, as long as they don't tell me that I have to shave my head if I'm in love with a boy. And I know I'm talking about stuff that happened years ago to idols that are probably not even active or not very active anymore, or I don't know. But it seems so freaking stupid that this sort of thing is going on and that fans are tolerating this. What the heck is wrong with you people? I mean, seriously. If you really like these girls, don't you think they should be treated respectfully and don't you think that some of the stuff the managers are making these girls do is wrong? These girls work their butts off to entertain you, and the management makes them work long hours, barely gives them time to rest or take a break, and you can see it in their faces. Their faces are tired and worn out, and sometimes there's dark circles under their eyes, and you can tell that these idols have been awake for longer than they should have been awake, and they've been, you know, they've been working too hard to make you happy, and you're this is okay with you that your favorite idols are working down to the bone to make you happy, and then the management treats them like crap. I mean, what's with that? This is why I'm getting tired of idols. I mean, I don't hate these girls. I love the girls. I love their songs. I think they're terrific singers and dancers. There's some really, really awesome, terrific young singers out there. But they're being treated like crap by these management companies, and I just don't dig this, man. I know that sounds stupid. It sounds like 1960s slang, and it is. But geez, I just don't like this. This is not cool with me. This is not awesome. This is terrible. And I don't understand why everybody thinks this is okay. Why this is normal, average, everyday type of thing. To me, it seems uh, unreasonable, and I just don't like what these idol managers are doing. I think the managers are misguided. The fans are misguided if they're going along with this, and some of them are going along with this, and that's wacko to me. I'm sorry, people, but you need to think about what you're supporting, why you're supporting it, and if it's worth it. Because your favorite idols are being treated like garbage by a lot of the management companies, and I'm not just talking about one girl in this group or one girl in that group. I'm talking about a lot of idols that you probably don't even know about that are being treated like garbage and working down to the bone to and not getting rest and hurting themselves. And well, I don't know how to end this video, and I know that after all this time you're probably tired of watching me in my face and hearing me ranting about ready to cry about all this. You probably think I'm stupid for being ready to cry about all of this. You probably think I'm dumb and that I don't get it or something like that. Oh, that's another thing that irritates the hell out of me is I've been called a hipster more than once by people who think that just because I support indie and local idol groups and I like these smaller groups instead of the big mainstream groups, that I'm a hipster because I like indie groups and that I'm trying to be cool, you know, or something. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm being myself. This is what I really like. I really like Sakura Gakuin and Parlish and Nana and Caramel Ribbon and Candy Kiss and so many other idols. Prismy, Prism Box, Prism Mates. Uh, I don't know. Uh, I'm just not into this sort of thing. I'm anymore. I guess I love these girls. I love their songs. I still want to collect CDs for a couple of groups. I got everything by Prismy and Prism Box, and I still want to buy their CDs, no matter, whenever they release a new one, I'm there. Love the girls. All four members of Prismy, Reina, Mia, Karen, and Hina are great singers. They're terrific dancers. Reina and her dancing's off the planet, and Hina's really terrific too. As far, and Karen has one of the best, most beautiful voices, and Hina's got a super cute voice. I like that cute voice of hers. Yuka of Prism Mates has a super cute voice. I like her voice too. This is why I continue to listen to Prismy and Prism Box, because there's some really terrific singers and dancers in these groups, and I haven't found a reason to not like them. I just hope that the management is treating them good and they're not working so hard that they don't have any free time to be themselves. And I really wish these girls would be themselves instead of putting on a perky smiling face all the time and doing what the company wants and dressing up in these costumes like the company wants. I'd like to see these girls be themselves sometimes. I want to see the real version of these idols, not the plastic fake company enforced versions. I want to know what these girls are really like. And sometimes I see some Twitter or blog photos which do show me that side of them, and that's great. If they have time to dress in clothes that they like and be themselves and do things that they like, that's great. I just hope that they're not working so hard that they are exhausted and they have dark circles around their eyes and they just are too exhausted to do anything other than be an idol. Okay, this rant has gone on for almost a half hour now, so I'll quit. But there's just so many things about the Japanese idol scene that I don't like anymore, and it's not the girls, it's not the music. I love both of them. It's the management and the fans that are really making it hard for me to want to remain a fan. I'll talk to you later, maybe. Or thank you for watching this. Thank you. If you've actually sat through all of this, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you if you're being a good fan and not plagiarizing me, and if you're giving me credit for all the things I wrote, thank you. And if you're not just going along with all the BS that the idol companies are doing to these girls, thank you for being respectful and nice and decent to these girls, because they're nice, decent girls. I'm pretty sure they are. They don't seem like mean, evil people to me. So thank you, and I'll see you later.